Hello and welcome along to the VGTA Championship here for round 3 in the virtual racing group, and the race format: 1 point for the top qualifier, followed by I've lost it again, I didn't do it. I will beat it one day. Anyway, Chris Doherty is leading by 3 points at the top of the table, and today we're at Sugo Sportsland. Alex DL is P1, followed by Chris Doherty, championship leader in P2. Then the Ferrari of Scuderia Sam in 3rd there, ahead of the other Ferrari of D-Man. He switched back from the Beetle, and a wise choice. Luke McGee in 5th, ahead of Free Gazelle in the Chevy Camaro. Then it's Twingo-tastic joining us for round 3, followed by Stalker Brown in the Beetle. Anyway, the lights now going out, 4 lights, 5 lights. Who's going to get the best start? Alex DL gets a good start. Alongside him, Chris Doherty got a good start, but Scuderia Sam got a flying start. He really anticipated those lights well, and he's looking down the inside. Is he going to go for it? Just thinks better of it, and Alex DL gets a great run out of turns 1 and 2. And he's pulled clear now by a few car lengths, and it's going to leave Scuderia Sam under attack from the Jaguar. Oh, and what's going on there? That's Stalker Brown, was it? I think. Oh no, Free Gazelle. Free Gazelle is round. He's had a terrible run of races on the opening lap here. 3 incidents on the first 3 races. Let's see if he can recover though. He's been recovering okay. Scuderia Sam now under attack from Chris Doherty. Side by side they go round there. Oh, just about avoiding contact. And the other Ferrari of D-Man as well, so we've got the 2 Irishmen right behind Welsh from Scuderia Sam now. And on the straights, Chris Doherty and the Jag. Oh, he's going to eat this Ferrari up like anything now. The V12 battle goes on, but it's the Jaguar, the lightweight Jag, who gets ahead. But what will happen in the braking zone? We know how bad those brakes are on the Jaguar. Scuderia Sam goes down the inside, runs him out of road slightly, and just about somehow stays ahead. But Chris Doherty's got the inside line now, and he goes down the inside. They just make some contact, but only rubbing paint. And the 2 Ferraris now are demoted to 3rd and 4th behind Chris Doherty in the Jaguar. Number 44 Jaguar going round the last corner. It's a very, very, very long corner here. Last corner at Sugo Sportsland. All this battling has allowed Alex DL clear now in the Mustang. And he's a good few car lengths ahead of this battling trio with Luke McGee and the other Jaguar. And look at this, both Ferraris going across the line side by side now. D-Man and Scuderia Sam. Great onboard shot here, looking across, and hopefully they don't take each other out, just about give each other enough room. But great overtaking manoeuvre all the way around the outside of 2 corners there from D-Man, and he has been the quicker Ferrari pairing in the couple of races where they've shed Ferraris so far. So what do you think of the opening lap there, Ian?
Yeah, it was a frantic start. It was getting safe, he was a bit unlucky, and there was a few getting sideways, but as Chris is getting a bit out of shape there, as Stalker Brown come through. But here's the Ferrari. This Ferrari battle's looking really good just now. It was an excellent move by D-Man to get ahead, but Scuderia Sam's not giving it up. He's back on the inside and looking pretty racy too. So yeah, it could be a very tense battle between these 2 today, and so we see the Jag not far behind from back either.
Do you think Scuderia Sam's not being as aggressive because it's another Ferrari's battling with?
Well, certainly compared to some of his moves on the Jag, it's a lot more friendly. So maybe that's it. Plus, he doesn't want to chase him out the car again and back into a Porsche. So I'm sure he's happy to have him along, but wants him behind him.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. But it looks like this battle is going to run for a bit. But probably they should be working together now and trying to close down that already 2-second gap to Alex DL, who absolutely loves this circuit. We've had a couple of time trials in this league a few times at this track, and he always comes out well here. So he really does get into a good rhythm, and it's the sort of circuit where you do need to find that rhythm, Alex, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, especially when it comes into especially the first couple of corners and this corner here. Really get your braking just right. Sometimes it's better to take a wider entrance into the corner, use as much run stopping, just like Sam in the far ahead, attack those curves just so you can get straight in out that chicane, because it's a horrible chicane otherwise. And you see, just attacking all the curves, and it's a very technical track. Some of the other faster cars, it's just how long this back stretch is. Going it all the way from the top of the circuit, all the way down, it's downhill as well, so even more of a benefit, especially with slipstream. But a big braking zone into this long sweeping hairpin, and that's D-Man getting his braking wrong and almost off the track, but managed to hold it together. So he tried to find Loopy again, he still haven't found him from Zolder. There he is, he's found him, and where's he? Just on the back couple of corners.
Yeah, just Dara just a bit unlucky there with the braking zone, but he's managed to get round, and he's still within touching distance of his Ferrari teammate. But yeah, it's going to be tricky for them as they're already dropping back from Alex out front. If you look at Looping G in fourth just now, just trying to make the most of the power of the Jag, but also watching these braking zones, because it's not to the Jag's liking. But seems to have done okay there, and looking to get on his way, and see what battle front's like.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, there's two very long straights at this circuit. I would have thought the Jags would be a bit more competitive, but I guess chicanes like that one that they've just come through perhaps slow them down a little bit, because Luke McGee's already there 8 seconds off the lead. But I think Alex CDL's had an issue here, because he was over 2 seconds in the lead, and that's half that gap now to the chasing Ferrari pair. So he's got Ferraris now in his wing mirrors and a little bit more pressure to contend with. So let's see how he deals with that. And it looks like it could be a three-way battle for the lead before long. And you can see Luke McGee there, he hasn't lost any time in the last lap either. So definitely Alex CDL has had some sort of issue, and he's sliding that Mustang around now. I was just wondering whether the tyres are overheating slightly on that car, and maybe he'll go through a bit of a phase, because it is a heavy car with a lot of power, isn't it?
Yeah, especially the way it drives in that. It's ripped to get around the corners, looks like he's sliding the back end to really push it. But a big surprise so far is Chris down in 8th place, championship leader. It's only the start of the championship, but he's leading it by 3 points. Down in 8th place, so it's not been a good opening few laps.
That's a very good point. Yeah, Chris, obviously, like you say, championship leader. He's had a cracking first couple of rounds. He could have won both of them potentially. He won the first one and finished second, wasn't it, in the second round? But yeah, down in 8th place, he's got a lot of work to do. He's had a couple of incidents, and he's just behind Twingo-tastic and Freezel and Stalker Brown. So nice to see Stalker Brown and Twingo-tastic returning to the championship at this round. But back at the front, Scooteroo Sam now is within a second of Alex CDL. So these two old foes of the championship could be battling again very, very soon. And there's Chris Doherty there. He's just catching now the back of Twingo-tastic, so he'll have someone to play with at least.
And luckily for us, he's changed his livery to the white 44, so that makes it a bit easier to tell between the two Jaguars now. It's quite nice.
Yeah,
he's got a bit of the Irish.
What do you guys think of that Twingo-tastic livery?
Oh, that's Twingo around. That's unlucky, really.
Yeah, what do you guys think of that Twingo-tastic livery on the Mustang? The black with the yellow. I think it's pretty cool.
It's almost opposite to what Alex has got in the Carroll Shelby looking Mustang. But yeah, it's nice, and nothing really beats a Martini livery though. Obviously the Porsche being chased very hard by Freezel in the other Camaro.
Yeah, these two cars are pretty much the opposites of each other, aren't they? The Camaro is full of power, the Porsche is full of poise around the corners. But yeah, this is going to be a really tasty battle here. Freezel is closing slightly on Stalker Brown, I think, so we'll have to wait and see how close they are as they get to the end of that straight.
Talking of closing, it looks like the Ferrari's closing on Alex. Gap's been around the 8th, 10th mark for quite a while now.
Yeah, but it's a steady.
Yeah,
steady
absolutely.
gap.
Yeah,
it's been a sort of steady gap between that 1 second to the last few laps. So Alex seems to have had an issue, so it seems to have settled down again. And what's really happened is Scrooge Sam's dropped the other Ferrari of D-Man, so that seems to be, but he seems to be in sort of steady pace with Alex just now, so wonder if the Fry strategy team's been on the line to D-Man.
No, if it was a Ferrari strategy team, they both would be in the pits for wets by now.
You know it.
Talking of pits, you don't actually have to make a pit stop in this championship. We've seen anyone make a pit stop yet, but we're not expecting any rain either, despite Free Gazelle's everlasting presence. So yeah, we're not expecting anyone to make pits in these short 15-minute races, but you never know. Free Gazelle, he's looking ahead at the Beetle. The Beetle probably will pit at some point because that flat 6 will probably overheat. It's an awful engine. Just saying that to an annoying Porsche lovers. Free Gazelle is, look at the different lines they take round this corner. I think Free Gazelle going a little bit deeper into it, a little bit wider out, but then up ahead Stalker Brown, he was kind of trying to straighten off the corner. Oh no, he's in trouble now though. Look at the power of the Camaro coming through down on the inside. That's ridiculous, isn't it? It's almost like DRS.
It really is. It's like he's got the draft and he's got the power down, but now he's got to brake and make it through the corner, whereas he's got the poise of that Porsche, which and there he comes down the inside, just out braking him and just taking the corner much nicer and just shoving him out on the grass for good measure. So well measured there, I think, from the Porsche driver.
Yeah, really well measured, and we're on to the last lap now. Bit of a shorter race it seems. As Alex still up ahead, we're looking battle for 5th place. So as the Porsche goes quite wide, so that's going to allow Free Gazelle and the Camaro to come back. And I don't know about you guys, but that Camaro just looked quite boring compared to the other cars. It looks quite stable, quite not oversteering or anything.
Yeah, we saw it sold that it was quite balanced. So yeah, it just seems to be doesn't have the lariness of some of the other cars, which all have their own unique characteristics. But as we look at Sam, just goes in, just going to run out of laps here. He's closing the gap down again, but it's just not going to be enough.
There's Alex. The winner there gets the appreciation punt from Sam. It's kind of a tradition at this point. As we see D-Man now across the line in 3rd place. It'll be interesting to see though the Free Gazelle battle, see where they are for 5th place.
Yeah, absolutely. And Luke McGee comes across the line now in 4th. He had quite a lonely race, didn't he? Nobody race play. But look at this now, Stalker Brown just ahead of Free Gazelle, was it? Oh, it was to see a car flying up in the foreground. There's a massive party going on at the first corner that we might get a look at in a second. Chris Dorsey, very lonely race for him, considering the dominance he showed really in the first couple of races. You notice as well, Roger Dodger's not in this one. He's missing this round, and I think the next one as well. So that might hurt his championship standings a little bit. But Chris Doherty in 7th, and Twingo Tastic is still getting up to speed with these cars. This is his first round, let's not forget, with us in this championship. So he's still getting his head around, and he's in that Mustang, coming around the last corner now, in a number 96 Mustang, and he's going to take 8th and final position. But there's points, isn't there, all the way down to 8, so every point will matter at the end of the championship. And maybe we'll get a little look at the party down at turn 1. Or maybe not. No, we didn't. But yeah, probably for the better, to be honest. Just losing broken cars. Alex Idiel then just ahead of Scuderia Sam by less than a second. Close fight between those two. D-Man, Luke McGee rounding out the top 4. And this is what it means for the championship. It's joint at the top between Alex Idiel and Scuderia Sam, and then only a couple of points separating the 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions as well from the top 2. So yeah, it really is an exciting championship. 3 rounds gone, many more rounds to go. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.